Hey, welcome to Legals and Biz with Riz, the podcast offering you business and legal tips without the boring legalese. I'm your host, Riz McDonald, and I'm here to answer your questions and offer general advice in the clearest way possible. So grab your beverage of choice, sit back, and get ready to build your empire with Find Legal. Welcome back to Legals and Biz with Riz, everyone. My name is Riz McDonald, for those who don't know me. And in today's episode 19, we're going to talk about IP ownership and design platforms because we know how popular they are. And I thought that I would take the time to share with you some tips and insights around the using of design platforms basically and ownership of IP, something I've been discussing a lot with my clients and something that I also cover in my Tricks of the Trademark course. So let's get to it. So graphic design platforms, look, they're pretty amazing. They enable businesses to either connect with freelance designers or put together design elements themselves. And all of these type of platforms are growing in popularity by the day. And look, with good reason. They're inexpensive, easy to use, and often provide a solid design output. But have you taken the time out of your day to have a thorough read of Vistaprint's terms and conditions? How about Fiverr's, Canva's, Upwork? Yeah, we didn't think so. Wait, I hear you ask, why is that important? Well, I will tell you. Obviously, as lawyers, we're going to try to instill the importance of reading terms and conditions before you enter into any kind of agreement, including the use of an app. We know that 99% of people just tick the box without a second thought, thinking that it's all just a load of legal mumbo jumbo, which it can be if we're honest, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be wary of things that can catch you out. This is especially the case if it happens to be something that you're relying on for your business. So you know how most of the time you automatically own the assets you create for your business? Well, it can actually depend on how you went about creating them. That means that you may not necessarily have complete or exclusive ownership, even if you paid to use the platform in question or paid a freelancer to do so for you. Have you used a Canva template lately? Well, if you've used a Canva template or pre-made elements to create your logo, we hate to break it to you, but that means it's not exclusive to you or your business. If you don't heavily modify both the design and the elements, you won't be able to claim that it's entirely your design. Essentially, you are prohibited from registering a template-made design as a trademark. Canva and its contributors also own the rights to any stock media you use in order to create your designs. And you may need to pay licensing fees in order to use them in commercial products. You also can't use stock media in any part of a trademark. Canva has the right to monitor everything you create on their platform and everything that you export. And if you break their rules, they're within their rights to close your account. Want to hear some other examples? Well, there's lots, but here's another one. Vistaprint. Did you know that their terms of use explicitly state that you have no right or claim to any design or design element provided by Vistaprint, except where you provide them with specific project content, aka uploading your own custom design? Vistaprint retains the right associated with not just final designs, but interim and draft versions too. On top of that, they also disclaim responsibility for those designs and elements, stating that they provide no warranty that their designs don't infringe the trademark or other rights of another party. Oof. But what if I hired a freelancer to create assets for me through Fiverr or Upwork, I hear you ask? Well, 2 words. Be careful. Designers that are hired through cheap marketplaces can sometimes use elements, including fonts, that are not appropriately licensed, which can come back to bite you. On top of this, you can't guarantee that they haven't used elements that may infringe on the IP of either the platform they're using or another designer. The last thing you need is for another business to come after you for infringement out of the blue, especially when it wasn't willful on your part. So your graphic designers created assets using Canva or similar platform. So who owns the IP? Well, it depends. If your graphic designer is legally legit, they'll have their own agreement that they enter into with you. Hey designers, hit us up if you need a hand with one of those, by the way. Now, this agreement is hopefully likely to indicate that they own the intellectual property used to create your assets and grant you a license to use them for your business. But where they've designed the logo on a design platform, it can get tricky. On occasion, you can retroactively contract around the terms of use associated with the platform. However, sometimes this is explicitly prevented. This means that side agreements entered into with graphic designers who use platforms such as Canva are not necessarily enforceable, to break it down. Now, what should you do moving forwards? Well, keep an eye out for IP-related clauses in terms of use to ensure that you retain ownership to the full extent possible and that you are able to use your designs in the way you intend legally. Also, be sure to check the terms of these platforms on a regular basis, especially as they are often subject to change without notice. Okay? Now, the other thing I wanted to let you know is we are going to be closed for the holidays. So we're shutting shop from the 24th of December up to and including the 5th of January because we need a flipping break, friends. And I'll be honest, though my team hits the deck on the 5th, and they will be there for you because they're pretty stellar, I'll be back on the 11th because, hashtag life, right? All that being said, you can totally book in consults for January 2021 and our templates are always available 24/7 if you're that way inclined. But I'm hoping that you guys will also take a much deserved break because I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to 2021. This has been an epic year full of some pretty awesome opportunities, incredible strides and growth for some, and heartbreak for others. And it's been an exhausting year in many ways. And as we've all worked to pivot, that bloody word again, and navigate the pandemic that shall not be named because seriously, I'm sick of hearing it. So in the meantime, we're going to raise a glass or 2 or 3 or 6 to all of you incredible humans, to your ideas, to your passion, and to your dedication. So be well, be merry, and enjoy some much deserved rest with your loved ones. We'll see you back in 2021. It's going to be an amazing, amazing year because I'm writing my own bloody terms and conditions for it. Okay. Anyway, take care and chat soon. Well, that's it for this episode of Legals and Biz with Riz. As always, thanks for listening. If you like this episode, raise a glass and show us some love by subscribing. And if you're feeling extra jazzed, we'd love a little review. If there are any topics you'd like to hear about, shoot us a message and we'll get on it. Till next time, this is Riz of Found Legal signing off.